Dear students, I hope you all are fine. Today in this video, let's continue our chapter which is light, shadow and reflection. This chapter is included in physics. Now you might have question, why so in physics? Answer is very simple, that physics is the branch which is related with the nature, their properties and different kinds of energy. And in the last video lecture you only understood that it is a form of light, is a form of energy. So that's why this topic is included in physics. Understood? So let's get started, but before that let me recall what we understood in the last video lecture. So in the last video lecture, we have seen that light is a form of energy and due to which we can see the surrounding. Form of energy. There is a difference between form of energy and source of energy. So light is a form of energy, means a kind of energy. Varieties of there are lots of types. There are lot of types are there in energy. That, for example, light energy, heat energy, electrical energy, sound energy, mechanical energy, static energy. In our body, energy is stored in terms of biochemical energy. So energy means ability to do work. So varieties of energy are available and light is one of those. So light is a form of energy, but what will happen due to that? So due to the light we can see the surrounding. Okay. Now some objects are there which will providing you light and some are not. So based on that, the objects or the material which provide you light are considered as a source of light. Source of light are having further types, that is natural and artificial. Natural light source, very easy to answer, stars and sun. Even the firefly is also considered as a natural source of light. Moving to the next, that is artificial source. Artificial source, lots of objects are available which will provide you artificial light. For example, bulb, tube light, LEDs, flashlight which is there inside your phone. So that are considered as a artificial source of light. Understood? Moving to the next, that is classification of object that we understood. Okay, classification of object, in that we understood two things, that is emission of light and passage of light. Now madam, what do you mean by the term emission? So emission means to produce and spread. What is the meaning of emission or emit? Means to produce and spread. So based on that, we have two types of object, that is luminous object and non-luminous object. Luminous object means an object which emits light, means which produce and spread the light. They are considered as a luminous objects. Understood? For example, sun, for example, torch, then candle, your mobile flashlight, LED bulb, etc. Okay, so I hope you understood this. So this is considered as a luminous object. Moving to the next, that some objects are there which do not emit light, means they cannot produce light and spread it. So such objects are considered in a non-luminous object. Means they are not going to produce the light, but if you focus your light source onto that respected object, then that object can be seen. If you are not if you don't understood that, let me give you one example. Suppose your book cannot produce light and spread it throughout the room, but if you take a torch into the dark room and then flash it on the notebook or any textbook, so at that time you can see that this is textbook. So your textbook is considered as a non-luminous object. So here the definition is given: the objects which do not emit light on their own, they are known as non-luminous. In exam also, if you are writing just this much, that the objects which do not emit light on their own are called as non-luminous, then it's correct. But in addition, they have written such a body becomes visible when light falls on it. Okay, I have given you example of book. So they are known as non-luminous objects. Examples, lots of examples are there. Moon, planet, cardboard, then cloth, rubber, plastic, wood, etc. etc. So they are considered as a non-luminous object. So this much you understood in the last video lecture. Now we are moving to the next, that is types of material. As I told you that classification of objects are having two properties. The first one is emission of light, which we understood according to the luminous and non-luminous object. Now the second thing is passage of light, means light can pass through it or not. So that thing will include over here, that is considered as a passage of light, or I can say that transparency test. So based on that, there are three types of object based on the transparency, or I can say based on the passage of light, means light can pass through it or not. So first one is transparent. These three materials you already understood in the fourth chapter, which is sorting of material. Transparent object means the object which allow the light to pass through it. Means suppose for example you are taking one piece of glass and you just switch on the torch at one end of the glass. So you can see that the light can pass through this glass and you can see its beam which is collected into the other side. So that is considered as a transparent object, means you can see completely through the other side. So such objects are considered as a transparent object. Okay, you can see very thoroughly, very clearly through the air. Air is considered as a transparent. You cannot see that here is air. So air is considered as a transparent material. Glass is considered as a transparent material. Water is also considered as a transparent, and other examples are also there. You can see that suppose you are using nowadays transparent cover to cover your notebooks. So that is known as cellophane. So cellophane is also considered as a transparent material. Sometimes some plastic sheets are also there, which is considered as a transparent material. Moving to the next, that is translucent object. Translucent object means they can pass through the light, but very little amount. You cannot see completely, or you cannot see clearly through the other side, or it cannot allow the light thoroughly or clearly to the other side. So that is considered as a translucent object. For example, butter paper. If you don't know what is butter paper, then let me tell you another name, that is tracing paper. You have heard this name. So in tracing paper, you can see that you cannot see completely picture clear. Okay, you can see but very light. So that is considered as a translucent object. Frosted glass. Now madam, what is frosted glass? Frosted glass means some glasses are having patterns on it. So due to that reason you can see partially through them. So that is considered as a frosted glass. Smoke. Smoke is also considered as a translucent object. Then another example is lampshade. You can see that light is passed through the lampshade, but you cannot directly see it. So these are the translucent object. Moving to the next is opaque object. Opaque object is completely different from the transparent and translucent, because these objects will not allow the light to pass through it. So that is considered as a opaque object. Examples, lots of examples: paper, wood, plastic, rubber, paper, wood, steel, rubber, etc. So that is considered as a opaque. Wall, bricks, that is also considered as a opaque object. Understood? Okay. So one will completely allow the light to pass through it. One will partially allow the light to pass through it, or should I say small amount of light can pass through it, and one will not allow the light to pass through it. So like this way we got transparent, translucent and opaque object. Moving to the next, propagation of light. This word is quite new for you. Propagation. What is propagation? So propagation means to move through, or should I say to pass through. So or you can say travel through. So that is considered as a propagation. So propagation of light means passage of light, or you can see that travel of light, direction of light. Understood? So propagation means to move through. So you can see that suppose you can you can see easily light, but how can you represent that how the light is moving, or from in which direction the light is moving? So due to that, so for that we are going to define you two new terms, that is ray and beam. Now what is ray? Ray means arrow, an arrow, straight arrow, which will going to show you that uh, light starts from here or project from here to in this respected direction. Okay, so it is a straight line having an arrow which will going to show you the path of the light. Over here you can see one arrow. In that you can see that the arrow side is the direction, that in this direction the light is moving. Understood? Moving to the next, that is beam. Now what is beam? Beam means more than one. More than one rays are gathered, that is considered, or should I say a group of light rays is known as beam of the light. You can see over here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total 7 rays are there. A group of light rays are there. So that is considered as a beam. So whenever you just switch on the torch, at that time not only just one ray is passing comes out from the torch, more than one. So that is considered as a, from the torch, whatever the light comes out, that is considered as a beam of the light. Same way for the bulb, same way for the candle, same way for the sun. Understood? Clear? So I hope you get through, I hope you have gone through these topics. Next time I will come with the new topic, that is properties of light. But before that, I would like to tell you some interesting fact. Please listen it carefully. That is, whatever the branch which will going to deal with the study of light, means study of light is having name, that is optics. If we are studying about the light in detail, so that study is known as optics. And light is the fastest thing in the world. Okay, दुनिया में सबसे ज्यादा फास्ट अगर कोई चीज है तो वो लाइट है. उसका एग्जाम्पल अगर मुझे देना हो तो मैं आपको बहुत इजीली दे सकती हूँ. अभी मॉनसून सीजन चल रही है, सो आपको पता है लाइटनिंग होती है. लाइटनिंग होती है तो आपको इमीडिएटली एक स्पार्क दिखाई देता है, लेकिन आवाज आफ्टर फ्यू सेकेंड, समटाइम्स 5 सेकेंड, समटाइम्स 2 सेकेंड, समटाइम्स 7 सेकेंड, विल टेक अ टाइम. सो उसके बाद जाके आवाज आती है. वाई सो? रीजन इज वेरी सिंपल, दैट लाइट के रेज है वो बहुत फास्ट ट्रैवल करते हैं, उसकी स्पीड बहुत फास्ट होती है, लेकिन साउंड की स्पीड उसकी कंपेयर में कम होती है. इसी की वजह से आपको स्पार्क, लाइटनिंग सबसे पहले दिखाई देगी और आवाज आफ्टर सम सेकेंड्स और आफ्टर फ्यू सेकेंड आपको सुनाई देता है. अंडरस्टूड? सो लाइट इज द फास्टेस्ट थिंग इन द वर्ल्ड. मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट, दूसरी एक इंटरेस्टिंग चीज बताओ. तो लाइट की भी बहुत सारी टाइप्स होती है. सो उसमें से एक है अल्ट्रा वायलेट रेस, जो सन में से निकलती है, आपको पता है. ओके, एंड वो हमारी बॉडी को बहुत हार्म करती है, वो भी आपको पता होगा. बट उसका यूज तब होता है जब हमारी ह्यूमन आई काम करना छोड़ देती है। मैडम उसका मतलब क्या? सपोज फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपको पता है कि स्टेशनरी में एक पेन मिलती है, वो पेन से आप लिखो तो पेज पे कुछ दिखाई नहीं देता है, लेकिन जब आप एक बल्ब उसके जो कैप के ऊपर दिया होता है, जब उसको वो लिखी हुई चीजों के ऊपर जब फ्लैश करते हो तो आपको दिखाई देता है कि क्या लिखा है। याद आया कुछ? या डेफिनेटली। सो दैट वो जो छोटी सी लाइट होती है, छोटी सी एलईडी होती है, दैट इज नथिंग बट द अल्ट्रा वायलेट एलईडी, मीन्स उसमें से अल्ट्रा वायलेट लाइट है वो निकलती है, और वो ऐसी ऐसी चीजों को देख सकती है जो हमारी ह्यूमन आई देखने के लिए काबिल नहीं है। ओके जो हम नहीं देख सकते वो अल्ट्रा वायलेट रेस से दिख सकता है। ओके सो बहुत सारी चीजें, जैसे कि कोई भी फॉरेंसिक मतलब जो भी कानूनी सीबीआई है, और कोई भी फाइंडिंग डिटेक्टिव चीजें होती है, उसके लिए ये यूवी रेज का यूज होता है। एज वेल एज सम इंटरेस्ट सब कुछ कुछ ऐसी चीजें होती है, बहुत सारी एप्लीकेशन है वैसे यूवी रेज की। ओके जैसे कि कीटाणुओं को मारने के लिए भी यूवी रेज का यूज किया जाता है। ओके एंड वन लास्ट थिंग दैट कुछ कुछ एनिमल्स ऐसे हैं जो खुद से अपनी बॉडी के अंदर लाइट है वो प्रोड्यूस कर सकते हैं। यस आई एम सेइंग ट्रू। some sea organisms can make their own light, मतलब अपनी बॉडी के अंदर ओन लाइट, खुद से लाइट प्रोड्यूस कर सकते हैं, एंड उनकी ये एबिलिटी को बोलते हैं बायोल्यूमिनेसेंस। क्या बोलते हैं? बायोल्यूमिनेसेंस। ओके अब वो कौन कौन से एनिमल है वो मुझे आपको बताना है। ओके और आप सबसे पहले मुझे बताओ, फिर मैं आपको डिफरेंट डिफरेंट एनिमल सबसे पहले भी दिखाऊंगी नेक्स्ट वीडियो में। सो जो भी एनिमल्स है जो खुद से अपनी लाइट प्रोड्यूस करते हैं अपनी बॉडी के अंदर, उसके नाम आप मुझे कमेंट सेक्शन के अंदर दिखाना। एंड कोई भी टॉपिक अगर आपको इसके अंदर से पता ना चला हो तो यू कैन आस्क मी इनटू द कमेंट सेक्शन। टिल देन जस्ट स्टे हैप्पी एंड प्लीज don't vanish your face smile. Understood? Keep smiling, my dear. Okay, have a nice day. Bye.